Welcome to my China presentation. So today I would like to take you on a journey with me. Identify three media sources that have a destination image that portray China and defining the China destination profile and also figure out China's suitable target audience based on demographic, lifestyle, and economic. What is the destination image? A destination image is a collection of beliefs and impressions that uh, based from attributes, benefit, and distinct sort of a destination, and also according to Chiu and Yan, and also it acts as an effective marketing tool according to Marshall and Gunawa. So in this presentation, this is a main focus about using cognitive image that divide China. So cognitive image refer to an individual belief about destination through characteristic and attribute of that destination. So in addition, those cognitive image are perceived through an organic image, which is non-commercial information source through textbook or credible personal source. Commercial source like online media and marketing campaigns act to visitor experience like personal photograph and experience in the destination, and also film tourists offer as a tool to encourage viewers to visit any destination while after pursuing their favorite movie. So that's this theory and three media thought that I have found applied together. So while browsing Instagram following the hashtag Visit China, first photo I found is the indication of is the reflection of a scene of history and modern scenery in Shanghai. And when talking about China, we definitely know about dumpling, which is the local food cuisine that really shaped China. Photo is the Great Wall of China, which is the UNESCO World Heritage. And the fourth one is the historical transport, which Courage saw. Usually you're gonna see it in the movie of Chinese as a historical transportation. Portray China through cognitive image by to describe a huge country with numerous small and big cities and a lot of unique combination of historical and modern lifestyle in one background. And because of that huge landscape, they offer a wider range of attractions for tourists, include both natural and man-made features. And the local food cuisine and historical transportation, which really outstand that uh, Asian country feeling. The second start is the textbook that I have accessed before, which is called Culture Smart China textbook. The author is Katie Flower, whom experienced in teaching English in China and spent most of her time living and working in Beijing, China. So this is a guideline book to avoid culture shock for foreigner while in China by reviewing the organic image based on non-commercial information of Katie that describe her daily life with while communicating with Chinese and how she perceives Chinese attitude toward like culture and landscape, rating manner, uh, like how to compliment baby and children. Interesting example photos of the book that for my own this is my own photos of the book. So that is the front by the contents by and the map of China that include so this textbook had portrayed a lot of different indications between Western and Chinese culture. um, China is really traditional and religious background forming. Well, they welcome all the different background to come to visit China to offer them a view of Chinese tradition, but they really not in modify their characteristic like tradition to fit in with the Western. So visiting China like taking a lesson in history and learn about culture. and they have really raw and strict eye on tradition, so they really require a Western respect their heritage. So the third popular movie called Karate Kid, which might familiar with you guys. So the movie called Kung Fu Dream movie, and this movie is filmed in Beijing, China, and Jackie Chan featured as Mr. Han, which also a popular Chinese actor. So the movie have a huge concentration of about kung fu, which is a Chinese martial art, and the illustration of how Chinese passion about passing their culture from the older to the younger generation to keep their tradition stronger and stronger day by day. And this movie also features many top attractions in China as well. So please access to the URL to view the Karate Kid official trailer. There are three examples of attractions that have taken into the movie, which is the on the left hand side is the Forbidden City, and the second is the Wooden Mountain, and this scene that involve the attraction in when Mr. Han trained the kid his kung fu on the top of the Great Wall. Movie portray the image of Chinese has a huge consideration of keeping culture. They are welcoming everyone to adapt to their special tradition, but they're not willing to change any tradition. Each of attraction of China has its own story and feature for an outstanding attraction of historical attraction. It's also encourage viewer actually come to China after watching movie. For instance, this is the blog of May. She after watching the movie with her kid, she actually took her kid to every attraction that feature in the movie scene. Uh, and please access to the URL to review more about her compliment about how beautiful part of China has been. There's a summary from Salt. China is a broad landscape with numerous historical attractions. Each attraction had its heavy influence background from history. So each of the city has its own history set. Each city have different cuisine, culture, and language. They are willing in sharing tradition, but not modify their tradition by other culture. On that, by on the summary and the three media source, I have come up with the destination profile. China is really huge country with a numerous small and big city that are both historical or modern city. Each city has their own culture feature that set China in providing a variety of different specialty in food and tradition and lifestyle for tourists. Main cities like capital of Beijing and Shanghai are reflection of modern and historical life as one scene. And Mandarin is the mainland language in China. So attraction is vary from natural and man-made and unit of modern combined with historical facility to create an interesting contrast for tourists of viewing destination. And it's really rich in Asian, and Chinese have really strict in respect toward their tradition. Um, so be aware when visiting an attraction when having a rich in history. Due to that, service of tourism often interests activities such as historical sightseeing tour, experience using traditional transport such as riding a rickshaw, and visiting museum to learn about the Chinese world and the warrior. Each location has their own food cuisine, provide a broad food selection. Rice as the major food can be found in China and combined with all the local ingredients and spice to create a special cuisine which really spice up your food experience. Target audience I found my fit China is maybe adult and family, Mandarin learner, then demographic and economic. The age range could be from 20 to 60. Children age could be from plus 15. My attract to the debut 5 attract after watching the movie like Karate Kid. So for the income is average income from mid to high. Gender could be male or female. In terms of marriage status, married to be or married single or in relationship, and still have neutral mind toward religious background. Lifestyle is people who love experience in new culture, people who is really love in exploring Asian and vintage scent, and people who love Asian cuisine that involve high level of spice and chili oil. People whom are nightlife lovers who love to join the big cities such as Shanghai and Beijing and East Express at Never Sleep City. Example of money and cost that will be what will be cost in China with just 41.87 dollar Australian dollar. You can get an accommodation, street food, and free museum, and having a ticket of MRT is quite cheap. China has been used with three media sources to portray the destination profile and identify the target audience who will love China. Also included in this presentation. Thank you for the time to listen to my presentation. Thank you and see you again.